Hello everyone and welcome to the 15th round of the Speed Force Racing GP4 division. Train Well is your streamer today, and I've got a co-commentator alongside me, which is S10 Morris. Morris, welcome in the GP4 Combox, and are you looking forward to the Dutch Grand Prix?
I am. Dutch Grand Prix here at Zandvoort is often a track where qualifying can be quite important, as overtaking isn't often easy around this circuit, so watch out for the drivers in quali. It should be quite an easy strategy of a soft medium today, but any early safety cars you may see some drivers going to the hard compound tyre, so looking forward to today's race.
Yes, indeed. The strategy last season was, I think, the soft hard, as the medium was kind of a tyre which couldn't last very long, but for this year you can run the soft to medium, and qualifying is really important here. You can compare the qualifying at Zandvoort with the Budapest track, where qualifying is also really important, but the good news for now is that we have a dry qualifying.
Always good to see dry quali.
Always, as wet at Zandvoort is quite horrible to drive on.
Yeah, to say the least. Often a slippery track. We may have some more drivers joining the lobby. I think there were more that checked in for today. It'll be interesting to see what drivers choose to start on the medium tyre. Let's have a look at the standings for GP4.
As we have our first car out on track, which is Eric Slim. He will be hoping to take over the championship lead today, as Die 36, our championship leader, isn't racing it today, I believe. With in third place Pellicaris, we haven't seen him for a while, and I don't think we'll see him anytime soon, as I have the feeling he isn't cared this much about this phase of the season. But as it looks like, we have quite a few on the softs. We have only one man out on the track, which is SFR Porsche Racing in the Ferrari behind Slim, I believe. Mediums, you can try them to spare out one set of softs, which I think could be a really interesting choice. But we are.
I think a spare set of softs around here can be very useful. As soft tyre just lasts around, it does last a while around this track. Let's see what Slim does in his first lap though.
We're gonna follow him for the whole lap as he goes through turn 1, which is the Tazenbocht in good Dutch. And in this third corner they have added a little bit of banking on this through Schijfvlak, and then one of my favorite corners to do a qualifying lap on is this one, where a mistake is easy made at this part of the track, sector 2, where it's really fast and could also be really technical. As we open for the first time technically our DRS, going into the Audi SK, where you could get into trouble by getting too hard on the curbs, but Slim does it perfectly well. And then we will go through the final corner, which is the Arie Luijendijk corner, which they added also some banking on. And Slim goes to the first position, of course, with 111.198, followed by Porsche on the medium with 111.9. We lost Porsche in the third corner.
Oh, yeah. Quick end, Porsche qualifying.
Yeah, we're gonna see on MCFC is on board, and I think he made the same mistake as Sainz did in the real life race in the FP3 session. Probably taking too much curb, and then the wall gets pretty close to you. We'll be now following Ryan Van Noom, who this time will try to get himself into the top 10, which he hasn't succeeded for quite a few weeks. And is currently the slowest with 1:12.6.
Who's next across the line? We've got an Aston Martin. Is that Slim coming back into the pits? I think it is.
Yeah, pretty sure it is.
We've got a Mercedes on the lap though. Is that engine down? Yep, down. Oh, he's just invalidated in the last corner.
That's unfortunate.
No. He's going to finish the lap anyway. Let's see what it would have been. It would have been a 1:11.9. So it would have been a not bad first lap from him.
It would have put him slightly behind the Pudge for P8.
Sonic Hawk next again, but he's invalidated as well. I think he's going to go for a second flying lap on these tyres. Got plenty of ERS to make for another lap. Sonic Hawk, one of the directors of the league. Good to see him back on the track. I haven't seen Sonic Hawk back on the track for a while. He's moved to wheel. He used to be on controller. And Sonic Hawk has now moved to wheels, hence why he dropped down a few divisions. He was GP2 last season on controller, but hopefully he finds his pace on the wheel. Gotta love racing on the wheel though, right, Train Game?
I'm personally on the controller, so I haven't got any experience with a wheel.
Controller, you're that quick on controller. That's incredible.
Yes, indeed, and Energy then has spun 2 times in 2 corners, which is really positive. So you'll go back into the pit.
Sonic Hawk's going to be finishing his laps in.
Yeah, I believe he will.
Just come around to the second. Just come around the banking now. Looks like an alright lap. You can keep it tidy. Yeah, the 1:12.9. Sonic.
Can be good enough for 9th place, as Unbeaten Sign is now on the lap. He goes out of sync.
Unbeaten, yeah, I was about to say that. Unbeaten Sign's purple in Sector 1.
Yes, he is. And if you get to the same time as I'm just in time currently, has the 1:10.8, first 72nd time of the session currently, it will be really interesting if he could be at the top. Last week, yes, last week in Singapore, he was at a point where he was leading the race, but as GP4 is always unpredictable, that quickly changed. And I think he finished in the top 5 or 6. Oh, he spun! Oh, and that's he's out. Yeah, his left rear is off.
Oh no, he didn't control it. Well, that's the end of qualifying for him being signed, but he does look quick, so he'll have to do all of his work from the back of the grid.
And we have seen in the season that being last isn't the end of the world. Sonic calls for another lap, interestingly.
Maybe he's just trying to get used to the track.
Yeah, some drivers use this qualifying session as a practice, and why not if you lack a bit of practice.
As you say, Train Game, anything can happen in these races in these leagues. Especially at our amateur level, we're not professional esports drivers, so safety cars does tend to happen. So qualifying isn't the end of the world if you don't qualify high up. But a track like Zandvoort today, it might be worth it. Qualifying a bit higher, is overtaking around here can be very difficult around this circuit.
And what is interesting to look at is Hunter is going out on the medium tire. So he will try to improve his soft time, which is already a pretty good time. Put it in 4,000 behind his teammate in P3.
Slim's on a lap. Goes round the banking and very quick into the banking. Great exit there from Slim. Looks quick so far. Let's see what his sector time is. And he is up by just under a tenth of a second. See if he can find some time else. Gets a bit twitchy at that corner. Will compromise his exit on this next corner. Oh, he's backed out. Never mind. He's backed out of that. Who's next? You got Hunter next, and you got Energy Tans following right behind him. He might give Dan a bit of bit of dirty air, which makes his lap quite difficult actually. As Dan's trying to do this on the softs, and Hunter in front of him is on the medium, so Dan actually could get held up here.
Yeah, he really could be. Or he's maybe tried to learn the lines. Hunter is driving, and maybe he can learn something there from.
I mean, Dan needs to get a bit of confidence around here. We saw in the first couple of laps. I really want to see Dan do well. Let's see what time he can post. He will get a bit of a toe though down the straight, which can definitely help him. Good lap, 1:11.7. Good lap from Dan.
Yeah, to P6, and Netty goes now to P2. 1:11.1.
Just in time about to start his next lap, and then Mindful Wasp will be starting his soon as well. Let's see if just in time he can go any quicker. He's already got a 3/10 lead up the top. He's doing another run. Maybe doesn't feel like it's enough.
Slim is going for a second run. Stayed on the same set of softs and goes purple into sector 2 with 2/10. So he might snatch pole from I'm Just in Time provisionally, as I'm Just in Time is also on the lap.
Oh, Just in Time is a bit wide.
Slim crosses the line. It puts him second to 1:10.9, just a tenth off.
Just in Time's back down his lap.
So he will probably go back into the pits or will go for another run.
I'd expect him to go for another run because if he comes in the pits and puts another set of soft, he would have used his spare set up. Yeah, he's starting another lap.
I'm Just in Time haven't scored a pole yet, but is
Mindful Wasp without coming across the line.
We'll be following him.
1/10 slower than his original lap.
Oh,
I'm Just in Time's crashed out.
at the same place as our Podge did.
Okay, this gives a chance now for Slim. He can come into the pits quickly. Just in Time's definitely not going to improve, and he's only got 1/10 to catch up, but that's if he wants to be on pole. That's if he wants to be on pole. You don't have to be. I mean, it's whether he wants to save the tyres for the race, which often can be important. I think pole position on this at this Grand Prix does start on the clean side of the grid. So I think Slim will probably want to snatch that pole position. So expect Slim to go out for another round.
Starting from the front row isn't, and on the dirty side isn't bad at all. How much further up the grid you are, the best you can make from your race, if it all stays green of course, but I'm sure that won't be happening. As we only have Ryan for doing on that track, I believe, and oh, he almost crashed out. But luckily he's staying alive. Somehow is now on the mediums, and we'll try to improve from there. So he did some laps on the soft to get some confidence with, and now goes for his quali run on the mediums.
Okay, he's going to cross the line now. Ryan Van Doon's coming into the pits. Next drive across the line, but I think we ended down on an out lap. We got EKG and we got MFC, sorry. MFC is on a flying lap on the soft tyre. Let's see how much he can improve his lap by as well.
As we will.
We will Sonic Hawk on a lap as well, but he's 2 seconds down.
So then we will
He's
give
3 tenths up, so it's going to put him on the moment in between Hunter and Shadow Lancer, P4 or 5.
Oh, MCFC.
Yeah, that's a big coup.
I think he just skipped the whole chicane.
I think he forgot to press the brake pedal.
Yeah, it really could be.
Right, Dan's on a lap. It's interesting that Dan's going on the mediums. He set his current time on the softs of a 1:11.7, and he's now put on the medium tyre. So, I mean, if Dan goes quicker, he's 1/10 slower. This would be very impressive if he goes quicker.
Oh, he goes really wide, but still.
He's not invalidated, but he's definitely lost him a lot of time. Unless he's just trying to get a run out for what the mediums feel like. He's turned his ERS off, yeah, he's backed off. I think. Yeah, he has, he's weaving.
Yeah, second of his fastest time.
You got Mindful Wasp about to start his last flying lap. You've got Sonic on a lap, so Sonic is 2/10 up on his previous best. Trying to put him ahead of Mindful Wasp if he gets this. And bear in mind Sonic is on the medium tyre as well, so good lap from Sonic so far. Let's see what time one of our directors can set. It's a 1:12.2. Which does put him ahead of Mindful Wasp. Good lap from Sonic on the medium time.
He set his time on the mediums, but you would expect Mindful Wasp to jump over that time, as he's only a 10th behind Sonic Power.
Yeah, I'm expecting Sonic to go back down to P10, but we'll see what time Mindful Wasp does set. See, he's the only driver at the moment on a flying lap. I think Energy Dan's going for another lap as well on those mediums. Oh, Mindful Wasp is 4/10 up. This should put him ahead of Podge if he has a good final sector. He lost a bit of time in that last sector. He was 3/10 up at one point, and he only went a 10th faster.
Lost quite a lot of time, to be honest.
Yeah, Dan goes 4/10. I think Dan's just getting a feel for these medium tyres. And to be fair, the medium tyres, once they've had 1 or 2 laps, actually perform quite well. So maybe just trying to get a set of scrub medium tyres for the race, and just do a couple of laps on them.
That would be a really interesting strategy. As Slim was backed out of his lap, and Hunter goes a little bit faster for the first set, 600 upon his time.
I love Hunter's helmet, the pink helmet design. It makes me really think of Sebastian Vettel. When he had his pink helmet at one stage. Did Vettel have a pink helmet at one stage? I think he did.
Yeah, with white and
yeah.
the same design as he usually has.
He's purple. He's purple.
2/10. He could aiming the time of his teammate if he keeps the 2/10 advantage he currently has. Around the line that corner he goes. And will he put it on pole? Yes, he will! By 0.002 of a second!
He's only just done it. He's ahead of him just in time.
And here goes Matty.
Is Slim on our lap? Slim's just started his last lap as well, and so is Natty.
Natty improved to 1:11.0.
Slim is 1/10 up on his lap.
Shadowlands retired at crashed out, we can better say, on the final corner.
Yeah, let's watch Slim. Let's see what kind of lap he can set. Or MFC is 5/10 up, sorry.
Let's quickly go to him. MCFC takes a wide line. Almost a NASCAR line through the banking, but here goes MCFC up to 4th.
Good time.
Puts him slightly
there. Slim's a 10th up, or a 10th down, sorry, he's going into the final sector. He's backed away, not going to improve. See what time Natty can set.
He is off his time.
Yep, he's backed away as well. I think that's it for quali.
Yeah, I think it is. So we will have Hunter on pole position. You could say it as a surprise, as you would expect Eric Slim to be at the front, but third position isn't that bad at all. As just a time normally struggles with his race pace, and that's quite alright for both Aston Martins. And if Eric Slim finishes on the podium today, he will take over the championship lead from Die 36, who missed last week and also this week. So if he can take advantage of that, it will be very helpful for potentially the end of the season. Here are your results, and I think this is the closest qualifying we had this season, with only 2,000 separates the front row with Hunter and I'm Just in Time. On the second row we have Eric Slim and MCFC, which is just a 10th of pole and starts from 4th. Netty starts 5th. Shadowlands in P6, that's a great qualifying performance from him. Energy then 7th. Potch the best qualifier on the mediums in P8, 1 second off. Mindful was with 9th, Sonical is 10th on the mediums, and outside the top 10 are Ryan Van Doom, Unbeaten Sign, Rob Williams and Gox. With both Hazes didn't go out, and Unbeaten Sign crashed out.
I'm just looking here, Train Game, at these standings. And Dye is currently top of the standings on 191, and Slim is behind him on 177. There's only a 14-point gap, but Dye's not racing today. So if Slim can get on the podium today, then he will actually take the championship lead away from Dye.
That's what I basically said a minute ago, but
Oh, did you?
don't worry. Yeah.
Oh, I was so zoned out trying to read through the stats. I was zoned out trying to just do the maths in my head. I was like, oh yeah. my bad. Sorry guys if you're watching this and think, what the heck is this Morris doing in his commentary box? Sorry.
We all make mistakes.
I make it fun. I remember once, I think my worst commentary moment, it was actually kind of funny, was back last season. I was so busy setting up the stream before the race was starting, I forgot to press spectate in a GP1 race. So the first lap to commentate on, I had to sit in the Ferrari. I had to drive the actual lap and then retire in the pits. It was hilarious. I think everyone watching was like, why is the commentator in a car? Training games I lost always. Like, how on earth have you managed that?
I'm doing commentating this role for quite a long time, but I've never managed that. But anyway, we are going to look at the strategies they will take, and outside the top 10 is always interesting, as Ryan Van Doom usually goes with a hard tyre, and this time he also does. Unbeaten Sign does the same, starts on the hards. Rob Williams only made it to Singapore to almost 5 turns before he crashed out with Potch, I believe, or a reserve. And Goxau does a last of first challenge again, part 15 of the season, which he managed once to win in France. So let's see if he's gonna end up on the podium with his strategy. Last week he finished from last to second, which was quite surprising, but he couldn't hold off the fastly coming Eric Slim, so he had to settle for second. So
right, Train Game, what is your prediction? Who's going to win today?
I wouldn't be surprised if we see at least one Aston Martin on the podium, so I will probably put Eric Slim on. I think Hunter will also be a close second, and putting MCFC in third.
good prediction. I'm going to go for, and I'm just in time victory. I'm going to go Slim in P2, and I'm going to go Shadowlands at P3. They're my predictions. We don't know what's going to happen. It's Zandvoort. It's a hectic track, and let's see what GP4 can bring us.
Will it be all clean at that tight turn 1? The first sector is really tight, so if they all stay clean, that it will already be a victory for them. As the lights are coming on now for the Dutch Grand Prix. And we are racing as MCFC forgot to put on the throttle, but the Chiefs have a really good getaway, but Anderson time puts him on the in time. But just sticks around the outside and takes the lead. As we lost push into the Tarzanbach, but Hunter stays in front of Anderson time, Slim, Netty and Energy Dan. MCFC after a bad start recovers from 7 after also bad start for Shadowlands, who started from 6 and lost 2 places.
Watch out,
oh, Slim is off!
All over the back. Oh, Slim, no way!
Yeah, he's off! So he has to...
Oh, he needs to stay in this race. There's one thing Slim can't do today, he cannot retire from today's race. As Dye is not racing, that could be a huge chance for points here for Slim. So to keep it on that track.
So
moves Energy down up to P4.
And Netty onto the provisional podium, I believe. Mindful was really jumps over that curb on the inside of the chicane, which is quite interesting to do.
Looking at the positions gained from the first lap, Mindful, Wasp and God both gained 4 positions on that first lap. Good starts from both of them.
Mindful Wasp is defending against MCFC, but MCFC looks to be too far away to make a move, as he wants to recover from his bad start. As Unbeaten Sign
and Gog side by side.
Oh, he let him go.
Good sensible racing there from these two. MCFC and Mindful Wasp right in the back of each other now as well as Energy Dan is actually Energy Dan's over the back of Natty.
I think it's actually the first time for Energy that he wasn't collided in a lap 1 incident. Yeah, he usually pits on the first lap, and thank God for him.
It's
not
nice
today.
to see that he's able to race today.
Yes.
Gog's on the back of Ryan Van Doom as well. Slim has just got past Podge as well.
Podge is running, Ryan Van Doom is running wide at chicane, so he could be vulnerable for Gox, but we will focus at the front.
I'd say that'd be tough to go around the outside there.
Oh, MCFC is off! There might go my podium prediction, but hopefully...
Was there contact?
No, he was just all by himself, and he goes into the pits. Just hopefully he doesn't have rear wing damage, otherwise...
in the pit lane as well.
And Coxer is up 7 after passing Ryan Van Doom as Unbeaten Sign sticks his nose into the inside of turn 3.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing, if I'm just in time and Hunter keep on fighting, this should bring Natty and Energy down into it. As long as these two can stay within DRS range, they can just keep a touch on these top 2 drivers. I think Dan actually just come out of DRS range just there. Needs to try and get back in.
Oh, Netty's really closing in on the brakes on the chicane, so he is also a really close third in the at the front. So will we maybe see any moves made around here? The slipstream could be really effective as you use a lot of downforce here. Here goes in just in time.
Natty says fast lap the race. I'm just in time, goes down the inside. I'll say it's a great battling here from the two.
Hunter gets it on traction.
Yep.
Slim says the fastest lap with 1:13.5, but he should have done that at the front and not at the back.
Yeah, I mean Slim's clearly got pace there. He's just going to hope for a safety car. and just make up some ground. I mean, the pack is still quite close together, relatively speaking, so it's a chance for Slim to catch up. He's just got to do it before his pack spreads out a little bit.
As you can see, the effect of the DRS by now, as energy then is losing just a bit of time to those who have DRS. So I think he just has to settle his own pace and stay calm and waiting for his moment, which I'm sure it will come. No moves made around.
Shadow Lancer can give me a mindful wasp. He's close in the braking zone, but not very close enough. I might have to wait to the next lap.
Unbeaten sign for P8, and will he get P8? I'm not sure he will. Well, the runner still. Oh, contact! Well, Ryan Van Doom clearly showed that he said to Unbeaten sign, this time you won't pass me, you have to work hard for that. And it shouldn't be made easy by those only who were starting on the hard tire.
Yeah, I think that move there, I think Unbeaten sign tried it. Ryan Van Doom has kept on the power and just kept his nose ahead. Very important thing when you race wheel to wheel. Sometimes lifting off can actually cause instances because drivers don't expect always to lift off. So Ryan Van Doom keeping on the power there, I think, just helps have that not come in instance. So good racing between those two.
It really is. So we will be looking to the battle for fifth currently between Mindful Wasp in the Alpine and Shadowlands in the Williams. Of course, Shadowlands in the Williams.
Unbeaten sign and Ryan Van Doom going at it again. Ryan Van Doom's ERS is already flashing and it's only lap 6.
Oh, really
Watch out for Rob Williams as well.
He is on the soft, remember. As Slim has scored those at the back, and Slim goes up to P11.
Yeah, Slim's really closing in on this now. Sonic Hawk's on the back of this battle as well.
Yeah, he has just been passed by Alex Slim, but if he just can stay with the group, it's alright. Oh, and the sign is off!
He's out, a safety car, I reckon.
Yes! Yep. So what will those at the front do? Will they pit, do you think?
I think they will. I think it's pit and go hard to the end. Mediums, it's a bit of a stretch for mediums, I think, to go to the end from here. They could try it, but it's a lot of laps. So I think it's going to be a hard tire, I reckon, with a lot of these guys. I mean, I think you'll see every single soft runner come because I reckon you'll see Gogs lead the race now. They should all be piling in. Yeah, Dan's in, Mindful Wasp is in, Shadowlands is in. Gogs is coming in as well. Ryan Van Doom I expect to stay out. Yep, so Ryan Van Doom is actually going to lead the field.
As Hunter goes to the hard tire and those behind mostly go for the mediums.
Everyone is going to be pitting here apart from Ryan Van Doom and MCFC.
Sonic also stayed out.
Oh, there you go. Sonic gets his run at the top end of the field.
Yeah, so take a screenshot and send it to him, I would say. The majority of the field have pitted, and MCFC can also join the back as he crashed out on the first or second lap and will now be at the back, but he will have a race.
Sorry, Tringa, one thing that's really interesting to see is Gogs and Slim and Hodge have all pitted for fresh softs again. So I'm actually expecting these guys to go soft medium to the end. Medium is definitely possible, and potentially a soft, because these soft tyres can last around about 10 laps, so they can knock these tyres off to about nearly lap 20 by the time the safety car ends, and they can do 15 laps on the mediums to finish, roughly. So yeah, I think a soft medium is possible, so watch out for those guys, as they're going to be very quick in comparison to the rest of the field on those medium tyres.
That's really true. we kind of often see Gogs in the middle of a race going for randomly a soft tire. Mostly it pays off quite well, but sometimes it really doesn't. And let's see what's this time it's going to be for him.
I think the good thing with doing it is the first couple of laps behind safety car, because everyone's so bunched up and you have the grippiest tire. Often you can find yourself making a lot of overtakes, but it can, as you said, train game, interfere with the strategy a little bit if it's not done correctly. So we'll see. I think today's going to be a strategy battle for the rest of the race.
We'll be waiting on MCFC to rejoin the pack, and then I think we will be going back racing again, as Ryan Verdoen goes really close to the Aston Martin safety car we have today. And will Hunter get a hard time for the first laps on the hard tire?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be tough to predict a winner here. I think safety car should be in this lap now. I think safety car's going in, isn't it? I think.
I haven't got a message yet.
I'd be surprised if it doesn't. Everyone has caught up yet. There we go. Safety car in this lap.
Quite a late call, but it's still right. So Ryan Van Doon can chill.
I think Ryan Van Doon now has really got to just almost go nice and slowly now. Wait, because he can't go to that safety car's in, so he's still got to wait quite a way. He doesn't want to. He can go from now. Oh, he's gone, I think. He has not gone.
He goes.
Oh, is Sonic Hawk stuck with him? Sonic Hawk's right on his tail. Will he make a move to P1? No, he backs out of it. Sensible.
As we have Natty on the inside of Energy then, but that didn't work out. And Energy then really close to the rail for just in time. Oh, Hunter and Sonic are side by side.
Oh, no, I'm just in time. He's round. I'm just in time down there. Surely another safety car.
That's a game changer.
And Gogs and Mindful Wasp right next to each other as well.
Oh, Mindful
Wasp had to left him back fast. He did overtake under a yellow flag.
I think he's got damage. Yeah, left end plate is gone.
Sonic Hawk in the back of Hunter.
As Ellison Shadow Lancer.
Down the inside of Sonic. It's an admin battle.
Look at Cox and Natty. Cox completely cut the corner, but
it's a good move and good defense. Sorry, from Natty down the inside. Watch out for Slim though, because Slim is right from the back of these guys after being right at the back of the field after pitting for those tyres, and he shows some really good pace today.
Here goes Cox.
There he is. Will he get the move, train game? Will he get the move?
He will, Morris.
Hang on, watch out for Natty on the cutback. No, he keeps him up. Michael Wasp is in the pit lane. Yeah, god damn it. I wonder if he'll retire now. Another 5-second time penalty, I think. Might not retire, you're going for a hard tyre at the end.
Hoping for another safety car, I believe. Energy Land's really close to Sonocal. He wants to pass him quickly as they're on different
Gogs
strategies.
Is right on the back of him now. Those fresh soft tyres on Gogs is going to really put these guys under pressure.
And if Gogs has
thought about it.
And
I think with Gogs now train, he has to actually really get through this pack, because he's definitely going to have to make another stop again. Whereas Ryan Van Doom and Hunter may be able to take those tyres to the end. These guys in the medium, Sonic's definitely have to pit, and so will Energy. But Gogs really has to push now.
I think Slim made the move of the Audi SG, and as Natty lost quite a lot of time, and
I think Natty's got damage.
Yeah,
he's going really slow.
He has unfortunate damage.
Yep, he's in the pits.
There goes MGC on Shadow Lancer for P7. There he goes, but it goes really hard in the turn 1. But it's alright.
Oh, Sonic's round! Sonic's out!
And it's out! That's gonna be a safety car.
That's a big mistake from Sonic. Yeah, another safety car. I feel bad for him. He just lost traction completely on the corner. He's gone straight into the wall. Oh no! He actually looked like he had some pace today as well. I feel bad for him. He was running in the top end of the field, just locking in the rear end.
I think that won't be the last time we see that.
No, that corner's going to catch up quite a few people. Especially it did in qualifying as well. Because that corner, you lose traction so easily, because as you go in, unless you trail brake and lift off the brake gradually and then put the throttle down, because it's such an undulating corner, the car just lets go of you, the rear end just steps out and, yeah, it can cause a spin. So Sonic Hawk has fallen to the corner. I wonder how many more will fall to that corner as well. When we see other people pit, I'm going to assume now that I want to say that Gogs and Slim should pit. If I'm Gogs and Slim, I've done my 3 laps on my soft tyres. I would almost pit and go hard to the end now.
Yeah, Rob, the teammate of Gogs, Rob Williams, is going to the pits.
I don't know if he's going to go mediums now.
Yes.
Mediums can probably get to the end now if you stretch them. It's only 24 laps. I think those medium tyres can do it. He's used those hard tyres. He doesn't have to use them anymore.
I think that will be hard to get the mediums from now on to the end, but you never know, of course.
I think they can do it around here. I had the race last season. I learned it off of Jensen, one of a former racer in SFR, in one of the GP1 drivers, and he said around here the mediums can go from like lap 10 to the end. The tyre wear around the track is not that great. In terms of, like, it doesn't wear down the tyres that quickly. And the tyres will be on like 60% towards the end, 60.
Oh, Rob crashed! Rob spun after catching the curb.
Oh, so, has he got any damage? I don't think he has.
I don't think he didn't hit a wall, luckily for him. But it's not a good preparation for the restart. As he lost 2 places. It's even worse.
Yep. Well, hopefully he can just get those tyres back to temperature.
Well, they must be quite hot after that span.
Yeah, I was going to say they must be absolutely boiling those tyres. Right, so I mean, off the restart, I'm really expecting Gogs and Slim to try and make quick work of Energy Dan. But Dan's also got the quicker, grippier tyre in comparison to Hunter and Ryan Van Doom, so this is going to be a very close restart train.
Yes, it really will be, and for Energy then he hopes that Hunter and Ryan will battle quite hard and he can take advantage of that. As we found Eric Slim back in 5th place after the spun on the first lap. So things are looking more promising than it was. And he's still on the soft, same as Cox, so they will pit, I think, after lap 20 of course. To maybe put another set of soft on. Or mediums. But I think we'll see another safety car later into the race.
Yeah, I think we will. So I think the guys in the hard tyres will struggle, because obviously they won't have to pit during the safety car period, but they're always going to be on the least grippiest tyres. So yeah, they're definitely going to be with another safety car, I would think. But I'm going to assume the safety car's going to be in this lap, so Ryan Van Doom will be controlling the field and looking to get a good restart here. This even do better than last time, because last time he didn't slow the pack up enough and really got caught out, and everyone just followed him. So I think he's doing the right thing. I hear he's going quite slowly, backing everyone up. He's going to let the safety car go and then either go very, very early or late. I would probably go early on this track, because that pit straight is massive and you want to bridge a gap before you send it. But let's see what he does, Trinket.
And I would imagine you don't want to have cold tires through the last corner, as you could lose car from there on. And he is.
You might see a driver also spin out from there. Let's see when Ryan goes.
It goes almost 3 wide through the last corner. But we go back again.
I'll tell you what a start from Gogs. Look at Gogs on the inside.
Whoa!
A big move and Dan's around, I think. No, he's not. Who got spun? It was Hunter. It was Hunter that got spun.
Yeah, Hunter got a massive shunder on his arse.
Oh,
and
Dan's. Oh, I think Dan's got damage potentially. Shadow Lance's round as well.
So we have seen 3 crashes out that corner this evening. So that corner has been kind to our GP4 drivers today.
MCFC's round.
Also out.
MCFC's out as well.
What is going on tonight?
That could be another safety car. I'll be honest. Dan's got damage as well. And Dan's definitely got front wing damage.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't got damage.
He has. If you ride on board with him, he's very, very, very tensive through those corners. No safety car can be deployed.
Side by side.
Yeah, I think you'll see Dan into the pits now.
Well, my screen he still has his front wing, so.
Yeah, he's got bad damage where he doesn't take the wing on. Podge is round. Podge is spun as well. Oh, this track is tearing the drivers apart. I think Dan will be in the pits. Yeah, energy down into the pits.
Cox and Ryan Verdun for the lead. Ryan Verdun wants it to hold it.
They're side by side. Dan gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Gogs gets round. Gogs is on the quicker tyre. Now Slim needs to make the same bit of work here.
And just stay patient behind Ryan Verdun.
Yeah, he's definitely got the better tyre. 14 lap old hard tyres. They're almost in the middle of their peak lifespan here, but these soft tyres definitely have more grip. Yeah, you can just see through the corner. Look at the grip difference. Absolutely incredible. He always going around the outside of Ryan Van Doom, and he does make it around the outside. What a move from Slim. That's a great move. Overtaking the day so far, I think.
And the potential for overtake of the week, of course.
Yeah, that was a great move around the outside on those tyres. I mean, his tyres, I know it's soft compared to hard, but that's a very difficult move to make and to keep it sick. Watch out for this Baston out the lead. They're on the same lap of tyre. They've both got some really good pace today. It'd be interesting to see how this battle turns out.
After DRS will now be enabled from this lap, and we'll be looking for the battle for 5th between Mindful Was and Rob Williams. For Rob Williams make a move. No, he won't. As Mindful Was touch the grass, and inside for Rob Williams, and he gets it. P5 for the Haas driver.
In terms of the penalty situation, Natty, Mindful Wasp and Energy Dan all have 5-second time penalties for speeding in the pit lane. So those penalties won't get removed at all, so they will have to be mindful of their time penalties.
And there is of course a chance when we'll get the next yellow that they will remove the penalties by pitting for the stop and go.
Yeah.
As Slim's really closing on Gox this lap.
Yeah, expect to see some. I think DRS has now been enabled, so expect to see maybe a potential move into someone.
Alright, that's crashed.
Get it. Ryan Van Doom.
Just a spawn, no damage, but yeah.
Oh, he's got no front wing now. Oh,
wow!
He's crashed. He's trying to rejoin on the track.
Yeah, I've got.
Car. Oh my! I don't think I've ever seen that. He's reversed. I feel bad for him. He's reversed to go back into the track, and he's gone to accelerate, and he's gone straight into the wall.
I've got it on stream, so.
Podge 5-second time penalty speeding pit lane. These guys are very good at picking up time penalties, that's for sure.
Energy there with a drive-through.
Oh no! I mean, you can't serve on the safety car either.
No.
Oh no, Dan.
Mindful Was has crashed behind the safety car.
That's impressive. I mean, I say that, I crashed, season 8 I crashed twice behind the safety car, one race right back.
Well, I could remember from Colvin last season in GP2 that he went straight with 320 kilometers per hour into the back of a safety car. That was also quite funny to see, but I still keep it on my mind from the whole season. But I'm sure the Gox and Slim will now pit, otherwise.
Yeah, I think they'll be a bit silly to pin off the now. Their time's near the end of their lifespan. Yep, they're both in.
Oh,
Got
Gox?
3 second time with multiple warnings.
That's quite interesting.
As Natty will now take the lead of the race. And Hunter will stay out as well. Mindful Watt will pit. Hodge will probably stay out. And Energy Dan. I would expect Dan's picked. If I'm Dan, I want to get rid of my 5 second time penalty. But he has got a fresh set of medium tyres on, so.
And by the way, Cox has gone for another soft.
Oh, fair enough. Energy Dan's in. I'm expecting to get rid of his 5 second time penalty.
And gets a new set of mediums on.
Yeah, I mean, he still has to serve his drive-through, but at least he doesn't have to serve his 5 second time penalty anymore.
He goes back to an older set, but
yeah.
he could pit again for that same medium set.
Yeah, I mean, under the safety car, he can literally just go back in for that same set again. I think all he wants to do is just get rid of that 5 second time penalty, so all he has to do now is serve a drive-through. I'm assuming there's probably going to be another safety car as well for this race finishes. There have been 2 safety. Is this our 3rd safety car? I think it is. Our 3rd safety car of the race, 18 laps.
I've lost count.
That's a lot of safety cars. And we started with 14, we're down to 8, so if you finish the race today, you're getting points. So my advice to every driver is just finish the race and you're guaranteed points.
That's already quite difficult, it seems like.
Let's see. So Natty's on 5 seconds, Gogs has got a 3 second time penalty, Podge has got 5 seconds as well. I'm surprised that Gogs, Natty and Podge aren't going to pit on the safety car and serve their 5 second time penalty. Oh, as I say that, Natty, he faked to come into the pits and then didn't. Bit naughty.
Yes, and to remind you, Gox has a 3 second time penalty, which he won't or can't serve at the pit, so he has to stick with it.
Yep.
But knowing his pace,
We'll see a lot more drivers serve their penalties now. Or not serve them, so I think you'll see a lot of drivers maybe get some more 3 second time penalties trained, because this circuit is not a lot of runoff area because of the gravel traps, but there is a high likelihood rather of getting some time penalties on some of the exits, especially when you go over the curbs. I'll tell you what though, watch out for Gogs, because he's got another set of softs on. He loves those soft tyres, doesn't he? He loves having grip. I don't think he's used any tyre but the softs all race.
Well, he started on the medium, so he also did the tyre rule.
So he's got medium, soft.
Yeah, and I won't be surprised.
The soft definitely won't go to the end, that's for sure.
Well, I imagine when he pits again, he'll do another set of softs, as he didn't do Collie.
Yeah, true. He's got plenty of tyres to last him. Right, let's see how well Natty can do this restart. Watch out for the other drivers. Hopefully none of them bump into the back of each other and get front wing damage, which can be seen.
Safety car coming in, and let's see how this start is gonna be. The previous restart wasn't really a great start for Hunter, but he's second again, like the previous start. So let's see how this time's gonna be.
Well, at least Hunter gets to follow him now. Well, he can go from any time from now. He can go. He's gonna wait a little bit. He's gone. Yeah, he's caught Hunter napping, and Gogs all over the back of Hunter. And Gogs going down the inside. Energy Dan, 5 second time, but speeding in the pit lane. Oh no, Dan!
Cox up to second place after overtaking Hunter for P3. This time it's pretty clean, so now he can focus himself on Natty.
Watch out for Podge on the back of Rob.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that.
And Slim and Hunter. Slim's all over the back of his teammate. Will we see team orders here at Aston Martin? Slim is fighting for the Drivers' Championship. Hunter is not quite there. Well, they're fighting each other. Slim went for the move.
Slim just must be stay calm.
Don't take each other out, boys. Don't take each other out.
That's the best tip you give him.
Let's see if he makes a move. Yeah, here he goes. Yeah, he's backed off that. Right, team orders have been done. Slim can now go chase these top two. As Nassi will probably hold up Gogs for a little bit, as Gogs is on the fresher tyre, but so if Slim can close on to this battle whilst they're still fighting, he's still got a chance of the possible win here.
Well, side by side I think they're going. Oh no, it's really close, but
They nearly went side by side. They were close. There's a great wheel-to-wheel racing here in GP4 today. There's been a few accidents, but some of the racing wheel-to-wheel has been pretty good. I mean, thinking back to Slim's overtake on Ryan Van Doom on the outside, that was a great move.
yeah, really lovely move that was. We'll see same kind of move later on, as Cox will be chasing Nettie, but also Slim is now in the second.
Yeah, let's see if well, Slim needs to kind of kit with these guys. He's within a second now. He's got to keep it there, keep it in that DRS when he gets activated, which will be not this lap but the following. Oh no, DRS enabled, never mind. Slim did fast lap the race. Gogs down the inside.
He gets it.
He gets it done.
Great
bit of contact. Bit of contact with no damage, but good move down the inside from Gogs.
That was a luckily block move by Gogs.
Podge on the back of Rob Williams and Mindful Was. A good battle here from P4, from Hunter, to be fair, because Hunter's backed away from these guys a little bit on those old hard tyres. A lot of close battles here today, train game. A lot of close battles on this circuit.
Yeah, Nettie staying with Cox for this lap, which is pretty interesting.
Hey, he's done well. He's not used a lot of battery. If you look at the battery difference between Gogs and Natty, Natty's got a lot more stored up than Gogs does, that's for sure. That could play a big part now in this next move down the straight.
Almost a full battery for Natty. That's it's really gonna help him. Where ERS is quite difficult to manage around here.
Yeah, it's very difficult, and he's going to use a big chunk of it on the straight to get close. He'll be able to make a move, I reckon, on the next straight. And it's one thing a lot of drivers are really underrate is this use of saving your battery in a league race. Because a lot of drivers tend to use their battery really early in a race and try and use it all the time. But if you can have a lot of battery left and somebody has nothing, an overtake can be done very easily.
We have seen previously in GP4 where the drivers really smashing their ERS energy off, and then they have just nothing left when they are in the battle. And then we see a lot of crashes as Nettie makes a mistake, and will Slim do the same thing like he did last time. This time not. Nettie is a little bit difficult.
He's got the grip, but he's got a good exit. That DRS train effect now is coming into play. Slim was close, but because Natty had that DRS, he couldn't quite get within range. Let's see if Slim gets a good exit here. Close between Podge and Hunter. It's a good exit from Podge.
There goes Natty! Outside! Will he do it? A classic Sanford move that will be.
He's not trying to watch out for Slim on the cutback. Down the inside for Slim.
Oh!
Contact's been made! There was not enough room there for Slim to go on that route. Contact been made, no damage I don't think, but a loss of damage limitation now for Slim. I don't think that was the right move, I'll be honest.
No.
It wasn't his line sake, he'll probably report it in stewards, but I don't think that was his corner. He was behind in it. Hunter with Oh, Natty was well within his right to cut him off.
It isn't.
Slim's got to make all that ground back up now.
But it isn't a place to go side by side, so.
No, you really can't fit two cars side by side from there, can you, Train?
No. I suppose we'll be making a move up the fourth.
Is Hunter got damage, do you reckon? He's really, really slow.
I just think it's just the hard tyre, which is has quite a left wear on them.
Yeah, 16 laps. I mean, they should last 30, but obviously in comparison to the drivers around him who've got so much more grip than he does. You can see out the final corner, Mindful Wasp wasn't using any battery. He's got a great exit. Will he go for a move around the inside? Be have to be a bit late on the brakes.
No.
Doesn't quite. Podge has gone wide in turn one. Oh, look at the.
Oh!
A bit of contact being made. You can just see the grip difference though. He gets on the power and straight away you can see the difference in the grip.
We still have a battle on the front between Gox and Natty. Natty does a really good job to stay on with Gox with 30 level mediums to be fair.
Yeah, I mean Natty still has quite a good battery on him. Gox is having to use his battery to keep Natty away on the DRS straights, and Gox is going to have to pit again. So Gox really needs to get well, he needs to break his DRS from Natty, but it just does not seem to happen. Natty set a purple second sector here, and maybe a move into turn one. But if you're Natty, do you just stay behind Gogs knowing he has to pit and just save your ERS? That's what I would do. He knows that Gogs has to pit, and if he doesn't, he'll have no grip by the end of the race. And if you're Natty, it's clearly working. You've been able to save your ERS. So, yeah, well managed so far by Natty. It's Podge that's fast left the race.
We haven't mentioned it, but also Rob Williams is closing in. And if Gogs slow down Natty a bit, then Rob Williams can join the party.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Gogs, you may even want to do that, to be fair, because you don't want Natty getting it all close over the back of you, and you almost want Rob to fight with Natty, so Natty loses his battery a little bit.
But also, Podge is staying with Rob Williams, so we might get a big battle for the first position with 4 drivers at the front.
Yeah. Slim is catching up rapidly to the back of these drivers ahead.
Yeah, I think on raw pace he is by far the fastest in the field.
Yeah, he was like 8 seconds behind 3 laps ago, and he's now 2.5 seconds behind.
Incredible.
Mindful Wasp is on softs, and he's on mediums. And good soft tyres as well. Dan's round, Dan has spun. Oh, don't crash out, Dan, please. You've got points available, but...
The old top 4 we have in 1 second of each other, so we will have a great sprint to the end, I believe. And Rob
we'll have a good race to the end, I reckon. Not many laps left though, 9 laps left of this Grand Prix.
And Rob Williams.
I tell you what, I do expect a safety car still. Dan's going to continue, good man. I do still expect a safety car though, I will admit.
Yeah, and I believe Rob Williams is the actual, could be the actual race leader with the best strategy on his hand currently.
Yeah, well he's got no penalties. The next person behind with no penalties is Hunter, who's quite a way back. And well, Gogs has got that 3-second time penalty that you mentioned, Train. But Natty and Podge have 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane, so these penalties won't get removed. So as you said, Rob Williams is the leader of this Grand Prix so far. So, well, maybe are Gogs and Rob Williams in a party now? They're discussing the fact that if Gogs keeps it nice and tight together, then Rob will win this race.
Oh, I think Podge wanted to make a move, as he had quite a good exit coming out of the line back corner, as Natty was also quite close to the other rail of the Haas.
I tell you, this is going to be one big battle, I reckon, soon for P1. As Hunter, because all these guys are fighting, Hunter's actually caught up a little bit to this battle. And Mindful Wasp and Slim are on the back of Hunter, so this could be P1 to P7, could be one big battle. I feel bad for MG Dan, he's not quite in this.
Yeah, quite in no man's land.
Yeah, well, in fairness to him, he's just going to keep on racing. He's guaranteed points. You may as well finish the race. trundle about, and you're still going to get yourself 4 points, which, you know, down with where he is in the driver's standings right now, 4 points can go a long way.
Yeah, those points could be really important at the end.
Well, exactly, especially in the Drivers' Championship standings, where it comes down to the last race, if you lose out on a certain position, or like P10 or wherever in the championship, like 3 or 4 points, you're going to wish that you sat out that race where you were guaranteed some points. So, I'll tell you what's really interesting. Yellow flag,
Hunter! Hunter off. And Mindful Wasp goes into the pits as Nettie. Oh! Nettie's off!
Natty's into the wall,
and he's stuck. He's also stuck. No, he isn't anymore.
He's been able to get out.
And surprise, surprise, we have Slim in 4th place.
Slim's got back up after making a mistake. He's already back in position. Mindful Wasp and Hunter into the pits.
And it's only 5 seconds off the front.
To the end. So Energy Dan's going to push now because he could actually not be in last place. Going to be tight on the exit. Yeah, Dan's got ahead of him. Dan's not in last. Although he does have a Hunter on fresh softs behind him.
So he will have 7th place for a lap on the race.
Rob, no, Rob's got a massive crash! That's safety car, surely. That's a humongous crash.
I think that will save the race for his teammate. But no, also...
Oh no, because Rob had it in his hands. Oh no, right, this is giving Slim a massive... If you're Slim here, do you pit? I would say no, because overtaking around here is so difficult. Do you pit with fresh softs?
I think everyone will do.
No, Slim's staying out. I don't blame him. He's got no penalties. It's so difficult to overtake around here as well. I do expect the likes of Energy Dan to show his 5-second time penalty and stuff like this. I mean, if you're Natty, you should be pitting as well. So I think everyone should be serving their penalties here, apart from Dogs, who has a 3-second. But yeah, if I'm Slim, I'm doing that same thing, because by the time the safety car comes in train, it's going to be lap, what, 31 or 32? There's going to be 4 laps left, but as we've seen... LNG down gets a 3-second time penalty, lovely. As we've seen though, Train, it's very, very difficult to overtake around this track. There have been some soft drivers behind the medium tyre compound runners, and just haven't been able to get a move, because it's going to be one massive DRS train. So if Slim can keep this out until the DRS is activated and keep in the lead, he's in a good position there. Because Gog still has 3 seconds of actual penalties.
Yeah, but by the way, I wouldn't feel comfortable when you have someone like Cox behind them who is sending dive bombs everywhere on the track. So
I'll tell you what, Dogs, with these safety cars, I'm assuming they use soft tyres he's got on, because that's been his 4th stint on soft tyres. We've had 4 safety cars, he's pit behind every single safety car. He started on mediums, has gone soft, 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 soft.
yeah, he has done 3 pit stops today.
3 pit stops, that's incredible. That's 3, I'm sorry, yeah, 3 sets of soft tyres. He starts on the medium, that's incredible. Yeah, I reckon he's definitely got a used set of tyres on, that's for sure. Well, we're going to have a good battle to the end. Only 7 finishes. Half the grid's going to finish, but this track is brutal. Absolutely brutal, with the amount of drivers that have crashed on their own accord as well. I think 3 or 4 drivers have crashed on their own accord, because this track is so difficult to get right.
Yeah, so that's also good information for the drivers that are going to be racing later this week at the Zandvoort track, to learn that a mistake can be hardly damage to your potential championship and your race, of course. But hopefully we will finish the race with all the drivers we have still left.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, if they do finish the race with the drivers left, there's still a good number of drivers to finish.
As I still have a feeling that we will lose a driver before the end. As we might have the safety car getting in. Oh, I think Slim almost lost it behind the safety car.
So you don't lose it. Dan's got to the back of the pack, so will it be in this lap or will we do one more? I would assume it'll be in this lap.
Yes.
Yeah, there it is.
So we get...
If you're Slim here, you surely have to go as early as possible. Really back them up and go as early as you can to not let these soft runners get an exit on you.
And call them napping.
Yeah, that's all he has to do. He slowed them out quite a lot here, which is good. He's going to be, when does he go? That's the question. He's still got a way. Safety car's not close yet. I reckon he can go anytime from now. Safety car's just peeled in. He's got to really catch him napping though. He's gone. That's a great restart.
Oh, lovely.
Great restart from Slim. Right, watch out for the back of the pack. See who's going to make moves. We got Hunters on the inside of Mindful Wars. He thinks better of it. Energy Dan down the inside of Natty.
Bloody good move.
Great move from Dan. If he can make it stick, Natty don't go side by side. He made the mistake. Great move from Dan. Let's have a look at our drivers. We got. This is going to be a really close battle. I can't call who's going to win this train.
Well, it's either Slim or Potts, I believe.
Yeah, I think Gogs has to pull out of 3 seconds, so Gogs is going to have it tough. But again, anything can happen in these races. We've seen that today. Let's see if Dan can just keep on the back of these guys. Let's see if we can keep with everyone. Everyone's on the same tyre pretty much, just apart from Slim. And Slim's still pulling 7, 8 tenths away from Gogs.
That just shows how much pace he has left.
It shows how much pace he's got. He's on old 13-lap old medium tyres. And he's got a pretty similar battery as well.
But she's looking hungry for that second place on track.
Yep.
As Energy then is closing in on Hunter, but...
Yeah, he's right in the back of him. Potentially to see him move during the lap here at some stage. But Energy Dan does have a 3-second time zone, so he does have to actually get a bit of a move on, because at the moment he will finish last.
For Gox is half a second up on his personal best through that first sector. Unbelievable.
He's pushing this lap, isn't he? You can tell he's right close by. Made a little bit of a mistake there. He's 5 tenths down. And look at Podge. Podge is right on the back of him. Look at this.
DRS is activated at the next lap, but if he stays close like this, he will make a move.
Podge has got the most battery out of the front runners, that's for sure. Natty again's got load. Natty's been really good at saving his battery today.
Yeah, he's really the master of that.
Hunter's round, Hunter's spun.
What is going on with the Aston Martins today in the gravel?
Yeah, he spun on his own accord. I feel bad for him.
DRS has been enabled, so will we see any moves from now on?
It's still so close up to the front. There's a bit of a gap now between Mindful Wasp and Energy Dan. There's a second in between those guys and the front runners with Natty on the back of Energy Dan still. But the battle between Gogs and Slim.
First time Gogs will have DRS on the final laps. Here you haven't got much effect of it, but after the last corner you really will on the main straight, as Potts is so close to the rear of Gogs. Gogs hasn't got the battery anymore.
No, he hasn't got a lot left. Gogs is almost going to be a sitting duck on this next lap for Podge. Podge has seen that red light flash. He knows that Gogs has got less battery. I'll tell you what, Slim has done this perfectly so far. It's so difficult to overtake around here. He stayed out and guaranteed himself that track position.
by this standings.
Oh, Podge is close. He's hit the back of Gogs. No damage. Oh, he's on the inside. That's damage surely from Podge. Hit the back, hit the rear end. I'm so surprised he doesn't have damage.
And that might be the move that gives Slim the victory.
And Dan goes down the inside of Mindful Wasp now. Oh, he's gone wide though. He just about keeps it on the track. Good move from Dan.
Will Podge make a move for second, or will he stay behind?
You can see the red light flashing from Gogs. Here comes Podge. Will he make the lunge?
Oh,
He does! Contact made! He makes the move. Will Gogs around the outside?
No way he doesn't make that. Oh, Podge lost it.
Podge has gone wide.
He lost it on traction. Oh, they're so close. Going through that section.
Gogs is still got that red light flashing. I think Podge is going to have one more chance. He doesn't think he's got to do it down the straight, up to the lines. Not a lot of straight to work with. Gogs
too
not
far
have
away.
DRS.
He's too far away. Well, Podge, outside. No way.
No way. He's gone wide. This brings energy down into it as well, potentially.
But we'll go to our winner. He will take over the championship lead from today by 11 points. Your name, your new championship leader, it's gonna be Eric Slim in the Aston Martin with Cox finishing on track second. Didn't drop off podium, funny enough, but Podge finished second, Cox third, Nettie fourth, and then I didn't see the results anymore.
I mean, Dan was P6 and Hunter P7. Great race there, Train. Absolutely great race. I mean, there were some crashes, there was some good side-by-side racing, but Slim personally gets my driver of the day. I think he made a few mistakes, but he made sure he made up for those by getting back into the race and made sure he had a good finishing result in the end. So well done to Slim.
So staying out for track position was the strategy to win here today, and that gives him a lot of points for today, as he is now taking over the championship lead from Dive 36. Final time through the results. Slim, Podge and Cox is your podium, with Cox the driver of the day. Nettie 4, Mindful was 5th, Energy Dan 6th and Hunter with the fastest lap in 7th, and those who didn't finish were Rob Williams, Ryan Van Doon, MCFC, Shadow Lancer, Sonical, Unjust and Time and Unbeaten Sign.
I've invited the top 3 into the podium interviews, see if they attend.
I am stuck into the results, so I won't show, or I can't show the showroom for the winning car. So we have to do it like this. Now it's going, so I still can go to the showroom, unfortunately. As we'll have our race winner into the party, so we are gonna start off with you, Eric Slim. You after winning this race, the Dutch Grand Prix, which you last week said wasn't your favorite, you now take over the championship lead by 11 points. So how does it feel to be now the man to be chased from next week?
Yeah, feels good. I would rather honestly have fought to die than for him to miss 2 races in a row. I was really looking forward to the championship battle with them.
Yes, and for the final safety car you decided to stay out for the track position, and it seemed like that was the move of the race.
Yeah, I was really surprised that the two guys ahead of me pitted. Honestly, I don't know really why you would have.
And next week we will be going to Brazil, and how do you think you will perform there?
Again, I haven't driven it. I think we'll probably run like a couple of 5-lappers on it with the Eric's racing boys. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's a slow and technical track, so yeah, I think I'll manage.
It really is, and after this one we still have 6 races left in the championship, and the championship is still undecided yet, so hopefully we will have a great final showdown for the last race in Abu Dhabi at the end of June. But thank you for joining the interviews.
Of course.
Morris, have we got any other podium drivers here?
I don't think anyone else has joined the lobby. It was just Slim, so I don't think the other drivers will be joining us today.
Well, normally Cox doesn't join the interviews, as he seems like he doesn't like me or us or whatever. But we would like to thank you for watching the Dutch Grand Prix. Tomorrow we will be back with GP3 and Wednesday with GP2. And I will say have a good night everyone, and we will be back to you for tomorrow for the Dutch Grand Prix. So have a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.